In a recent research, it was found that 84% of the Indian IT employees are suffering from non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. While we may blame high consumption of sugar, fructose, and even certain fats as a reason for onset of this metabolic disorder, and even lack of movement as one of the core reasons for developing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and obesity, right? We are actually missing something very fundamental, and which has been ignored for long, which is cellular fragility syndrome. Yes, so this is one of the core reasons why we develop NAFLD both in adult and children. And we have to understand how our cell works, how our cell functions. So each cell inside our body have a cell membrane which needs to be stable. So we need to maintain the structure and fluidity of the cell membrane, and for that we need healthy fats, right? So we need lipids and cholesterol to maintain the stability of that cell membrane. And one of such essential fat is odd chain saturated fatty acid, which is pentadecanoic acid, what we call as C15 carbon 15. When we have this, we maintain the cell structure. However, when we consume lot of polyunsaturated fats, which have multiple double bonds, it could lead to oxidative stress, right? And it could weaken the stability of the cell membrane, and the cells become weak, especially if you take example of red blood cells, right? It becomes weak, and these weak and fragile cells are eaten up by macrophages from the liver cells, right? And the corpses left behind are iron, and this leads to overload of iron, and which causes liver dysfunction, which impacts liver cells, and we developed a lot of issues such as NAFLD, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. Even the excess of this iron overload could even travel to other body parts such as pancreas, and it may cause type 2 diabetes as well, right? So we need to have this essential fatty acid in our diet, which is pentadecanoic acid, which you can get from full fat milk, cheese, butter, ghee, right? And even seafood, right? And then another important thing is that this particular saturated fatty acid is metabolized into propionic acid, which is again one of the essential fatty acid which stimulates the production of GLP-1.